Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through Day the Crypto News and Analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask you guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow. Also, if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, interesting, whatever it is, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on as well. I do greatly appreciate that. Now let's talk about XRP, because just similar to my other videos from today that I will be posting, I will be, kind of spotlighting Bitcoin. So I've been focusing on Bitcoin getting down to around 37.5K. In fact, I've been talking to you guys about that for almost nearly a month now, and I do believe that we still get to that point. I am not too concerned on XRP's overall price, action. I'm not really kind of concerned at all on a lot of the price action throughout this market. I will say this though, my attention is strictly on altcoins. I don't hold any Bitcoin. I've told you guys this multiple times. I'm more so dead set in XRP, XLM, HBAR, a ton of other tokens as well. Casper is definitely one of them. Like, there's a ton of assets that I do hold on a day-to-day basis, and I continue to stack a few of them. But overall, when we're talking about the price action in this market right now, I'm not really concerned at all, because the patterns kind of play out perfectly to even the 2017-2018 structure. Yes, I know it's a little bit extended, but overall, I don't think that we're going to be pushing it all the way into like September or something like that. I know a lot of people have been calling for that. It all depends on what plays out in the next, month or two or so. Like around, a month from now, it's going to get very interesting very quickly in this market, as we do see a lot of regulations being talked about. We're seeing a lot of assets pretty much being spotlighted as well. We were seeing stablecoin adoption. I mean, things are getting absolutely ridiculous very, very fast. Now let's talk about XRP and where I, see this going if we do get that nice drop down to 37.5K. Technically, we'd probably test around the lows around this point here, which is pretty much almost 70 cents. I know it's not too crazy of a drop, but it's almost the exact low going as far back as like December 4th. If we do go any lower, it would most likely be those lows going as far back as like August, even July as well, like 55 cents, almost 60 cents. So, just kind of stay clear of that. Focus on the bigger picture here, which is if you are a long-term holder, don't really try to short this. Also, if you're a long-term holder, maybe you want to add some more to your bag. Around that point would definitely be, the smartest decision. Of course, you guys are more than welcome to do what you guys want. This is not financial advice, but I do want to talk to you guys about some other things as well. So let's kind of move on and let's talk about those. So first off, we do see this from BitBoy. This is actually Rice TV talking about the XRP lawsuit. So listen closely to this.
I believe, kind of like what Ben has said, I believe the case will be resolved very soon, and I believe that they knew what the results were going to be when they went into the door for the very first time and had their meeting. I believe that they knew what they were going to be doing. They were taking advantage, because ultimately what this is going to be good for Ripple as a corporation, and it's going, once the SEC decision goes through, off to the races for XRP and the Ripple organization. I don't support it, but it is a good way for you to accumulate more Bitcoin. If you're just doing this to get more US dollars, I wouldn't encourage that. Not at all. And I appreciate what Hotep said about the US dollar, because people need to be getting involved in crypto, not so they can get more US dollars, but to get away from the US dollar. People need to realize how much the monetary system and the US dollar has kept us as slaves.
And honestly, I do agree with them to an extent. Like, for an example, when we're talking about XRP specifically, right? When we're talking about this lawsuit, I've always said it since the beginning of time that this lawsuit is such a massive catalyst event. If you think about it logically, like, this lawsuit itself will allow for XRP to skyrocket in value once Ripple wins this lawsuit. Which, in my opinion, I do believe that this lawsuit will be resolved very soon. Very, very soon. We see a lot of talks within this. We also see a lot of speculation happening within this entire market. We see a lot of hate being spewed on XRP, which, again, reminds me of 2017 and 2018 all over again. But also, it's the idea that, listen, when you're talking about XRP in this lawsuit, now it has mainstream media hype attention behind it, pushing it to the retail individual. Now people are looking up, XRP. They're like, oh wow, look at banks are using this asset, banks are using RippleNet, utilizing XRP, they're doing on-demand liquidity, they're learning about Nasha accounts. It's absolutely ridiculous. And all of a sudden, they're in. Okay, they're dialed in. They know what they have to do. They know what Ripple and XRP are both doing. They know that XRP is a currency. And guess what's going to happen once we do win the lawsuit as well? Those who are sitting on the sidelines waiting for, you know, XRP or Ripple, to win this lawsuit. I shouldn't say XRP or Ripple, but XRP and Ripple to essentially get over this lawsuit. XRP gets adopted in massively. Ripple continues to grow and grow and grow in demand and also in their partnerships for ODL customers. Like, that's going to add such a spark to the flame. It's going to be absolutely massive. We also see a former U.S. attorney and SEC chair, Mary Jo White, on the SEC lawsuit against Ripple. There's no way to sugarcoat it. They're dead wrong legally and factually. And this is a clear, overall, quote that really kind of sums everything up. The SEC, since the dawn of time for this lawsuit, has been wrong. The entire process, start to finish currently, they have been wrong. This is a former chair of the SEC. There's not much more evidence you need than this. Also, we do see here Ripple, through its payments network RippleNet, serves as a viable alternative offering efficient global transfers. Now, I just want you to all understand that when we're investing into XRP, now, I know that it could be hard, okay? For those who are out there that are trying to get questions on YouTube, trying to see answers, for an example, like a lot of people ask me all the time, Nick, how is XRP going to, skyrocket in value if, they have a choice to use XRP or not? Okay, let's answer that question. With RippleNet, you do have a choice to use XRP or not. The difference is huge. First off, if you use XRP, you get a lot faster rates, okay, in terms of settlement times, a lot cheaper payments. So you're getting the cheaper payments, you're getting the faster payments, and you're getting a lot more scalability. And also, you do not need to pre-fund accounts. So XRP is acting as your settlement bridge, your gateway bridge for cross-border payments, for remittances in general. And this is trillions of dollars, I mind you. Like, even in general, for like, everybody kind of brings up the whole idea of Swift in general, right? Oh, we want to get those Nasha accounts are $27 trillion. The cross-border payment scene itself is $155 trillion. So even if we don't take over Swift in general, we don't need to, okay? We're already going after the whale. Also, we do see here Bitcoin looking great, but XRP may soon take the spotlight, says top crypto analyst. Now, this goes back 2 days ago. Credible Crypto himself has been talking about Bitcoin. He's waiting for a nice little impulse. I actually believe that we could see a little bit lower here. It just overall, in my opinion, I think that we will drop more in price. If we're talking about Bitcoin currently, yeah, maybe we are going to, make a higher low. That would be totally fine with me. We do see that here as well in the demand zone of around 42K to almost 43K. It's very well possible. In fact, this structure could hold perfectly, and we can kind of go right back up to the daily supply of around 50 to 51K. I've always said we want to kind of see 53.5K again for us to really kind of be bullish, but this will pretty much give us that sort of validation on, hey, check out what's going to happen. Now, once we go back up to this range, I do believe that Bitcoin dominance will also kind of skyrocket a little bit in value, which is totally fine. I know some alts will bleed, but once we see Bitcoin kind of drop down with Bitcoin dominance pretty much dropping as well, and then Bitcoin kind of going on that last major wave 5, that's going to be the time that you're going to want to be in altcoins. Now, of course, we also see, XRP here. He's actually saying that we're about to go to $2 very, very soon, actually, which I wouldn't be surprised at all. We do see here that, in August, he did say that he was expecting between $20 to $30 to finish off the bull market. So And he does say that those targets still stand, and I actually think that those $20 to $30 ranges could be possible. Definitely, it all depends on what happens with the lawsuit, in my opinion, though. But of course, I already told you guys, if we do that 27,000% run that Solana did, which technically is the same exact run that we did, currently from 2013 to now. If we do another 27,000% of an increase in price, we would be at about $59, almost $60 exact. So, $20 to $30 does not seem too unrealistic right now from my overall view. Now, we also see OCC chief calls for collaboration of federal entities in crypto regulation. Do you guys see what is happening? Now we are seeing the move in on crypto. Now we're seeing it not be so much around the SEC, but a lot larger organizations now are moving in on this and actually trying to streamline, clarity for this entire space as regulations kind of become a bigger and bigger issue, but also as crypto kind of continues to grow and grow and grow in demand. A lot of individuals want crypto to take the wheel. They want it to be the next generation of technology that really kind of disrupts the entire financial infrastructure, that disrupts a lot of these entire markets around the world that are getting disrupted currently, talking about tokenization, talking about gaming. I mean, literally, this is flowing into everyday life, and it's actually getting very exciting being in crypto, and it has been very exciting for being in crypto for as long as I have now, to really kind of watch everything kind of unfold. Like, things are moving extremely fast, and that's why I do think that when we're talking about the FDIC here, we're talking about the OCC as well, like, they are trying to get some focus on bank-related crypto policies. They want the banks to adopt this technology. Large crypto intermediaries today may have multiple subsidiaries subject to different regulators, but no one regulator is able to understand how the firm as a whole operates, how much risk it's taken, whether it's operating in a safe, sound, and fair manner. So of course they want to, regulate the space because they want crypto activity engagement by banks. They want to, first off, they're identifying the key risk for this one. But they're also laying out a roadmap for areas and activities where supervisory clarity is most warranted. At the top of the list is crypto custody, which, like stablecoins, is foundational to crypto operating at scale safely. So we're seeing a lot of use cases coming from this. Even down here, while banks and trust companies have long and successful history of custodian custodian. I don't even know why I said it like that, and safeguarding assets, the technology underlying crypto and the associated governments with certain tokens present a host of novel issues warranting careful analysis and consideration. So when we're talking about a lot of, in my opinion, at least, crypto adoption and acceptance for banks and financial institutions and even enterprise-grade use cases, it's all kind of centered around one major thing: regulations. And quite frankly, I do believe that XRP is going to be the clear, pretty much deliverer of clarity for this space. Now we also see here, U.S. banks form group to offer USDF stablecoin. Founding members of the USDF consortium include New York Community Bank, First Bank, and Sterling National Bank. Now, I just want you all to understand that stablecoin adoption has been growing and growing and growing, and investing into something that is a ledger technology, first off, that allows these major banks, like, for an example, central banks, to actually mint their stable coins on a ledger technology, that's going to be very interesting to see. Okay, and ledger technologies, DLTs, are going to be the main focus for that. It could be Hedera, it could be XRP, it could be XLM. We don't know specifically which one's going to be chosen. We know that there's going to be multiple ones anyway, so it doesn't really matter overall. We do see that, down here, USDF will be a bank minted alternative to USDT and Circle's USDC, which account for the lion's share of a $170 billion stablecoin market. USDT has a market cap of $79 billion, of course, and a 24-hour trading volume of $56.5 billion. And USDC has a market cap of $44.5 billion. I don't know why I cannot read today, but it's all good. In general, this is going to be very interesting in terms of, like, kind of just adopting stablecoins. Like, I think stablecoin adoption has been pretty much the key focus point from banks and even governments in general. Like, even going back to the Hedera stuff with Shinhan Bank and Standard Bank, like, we know stablecoins are growing and growing and growing more and more in demand. and also they are really getting spotlighted on throughout this entire market. So I'm actually very excited for a lot of stablecoin adoption and for crypto adoption to continue to grow. Also, definitely keep a close eye out on things, especially this demand area on XRP. Like the more and more that we kind of come down and test this, which we are seeing here, we do come down and test a little bit lower, which would put us at around my 50 to 60 cent range perfectly if we do repeat the same exact pattern. This would be very nice to watch kind of play out. It will be the nice demand point. Then it will kind of be the next skyrocketing event. So it's not going to go right to $2 or anything. Just so you guys know, we're still going to get that nice little, lower low that goes back to this point here, that nice wick, and pretty much kind of repeat the same process, except this time I do believe that it will reach $2 plus and break the all-time high. That is going to be very exciting. So with all of that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.